Hello there, my name is BEAUTIFULORCHID8. I know, my appearance looks a little bit different today, but that's okay. This is just the new me. I'm sure you'll come to accept it very soon. Today, we are playing a very old pastime of mine, Tetris. We will also be listening to a Tetris remix by UNRL. It is quite nice. Please enjoy. Excellent. Line piece. Yes. Let's get the yellow piece down. Alright. The goal here in this Tetris game is to reach exactly 100 lines. No more, no less. And I cannot stop playing until I've reached those 100 lines. Now, if you are a watcher of the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BEAUTIFULORCHID8, I'm sure you know about the fabled Tetris streams. We have had a few of these Tetris streams. Generally, they're used to desalt me, and they never work, as they only get me more salty. However, Tetris is quite the enjoyable game, and I must say, I can realize where the addiction comes from. As a kid, Tetris was my kind of game. I loved Tetris, played it every day on my Game Boy original brick thing. Of course it would be called a brick. I am BEAUTIFULORCHID8, that is. However, eventually I grew out of Tetris, whether it be because of the influx of new games coming out, my first owning of a console, or anything in between. Tetris just kind of faded into black for me, which was too bad, because once I picked up this game again, I realized what I was missing. This game is a fantastic tribute to the real understanding of what makes video games fun. The ability to make you rage your eyes out, to burn everything and everyone around you, to cry like a small child, and yet make you come back every single time you lose. And honestly, it is a true testament to how gaming should be done from here on out. And with that being said, I will allow this Tetris game to continue without rambling too much. I probably will continue to ramble though, it's just the way I do. I can't just like sit here in silence and let Tetris happen. You know what, actually, yes, I think I can. You know what, we're gonna try that. I'm just gonna sit here in silence and let you guys enjoy the Tetris gameplay. This is dumb. I want to talk now. You know, as a child, I had a lot of different things in my life. You know, I grew up pretty well. I lived in a nice neighborhood. You know, people were friendly. I didn't have too many enemies or anything like that. I didn't get bullied too much at school. Generally because I was a very large human and, you know, you don't pick on the big person. You know, because that's just the way it works, I guess. But one thing I did notice when I was a younger kid is that Tetris was really like what kept my family together. Now, my dad left me to join the Navy when I was 5, and he came back sometime in the year 2143, or at least he says he came back in 2143 via a time machine. And this time machine, I've never seen it before. I'm sure it's a fantastic device. I've never honestly seen it, but honestly the fact that you can make a time machine is a real technological marvel, in all honesty. Now, when he came back with his time machine from 21 something or another, I forget what I said, he told me about a new world. Like, a totally different world. Something where most diseases were cured. A world where most people lived in happiness, and if they did live in happiness, they could easily make themselves happy with just a few pills. Not like that weird joy stuff we saw in that game, We Happy Few, but like actually good pills. Like legitimate things that would make you happy. Now, for a while I didn't believe him. I thought to myself, Dad, why would you come back in a time machine to tell me about people being happy and pills? Like, why not more important things like stopping tragedies and things like that? And his response to me was, son, it's not about stopping tragedies, or even about the time machine itself. It's about love and prosperity in the future. It's the understanding that in the future, love as a form, as a being of its own, is gone. It has been removed from all society. And he came back to warn me. He said, Taylor, look at me. And I looked at him. And he looked at me. And they looked at each other for a little bit of time. And he said, son, make sure to keep love away from things. Because nothing makes life harder than loving someone who doesn't love you back. And I thought about this advice for a while. And I thought, okay, Dad, so if I can't love somebody, because then they'll just simply hurt me, what do I do? And he said, son, just get your dick wet. Just have at it, son. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. You know, you seem like a good-looking kid. You did come after me. And then I woke up from that dream. It was an odd dream. My dad didn't actually go for like travel in time. Though it would have been pretty cool if he did, but he didn't. It was just a dream. Now, why did I tell you this dream? This could mean a lot of different things, you know. I mean, there are a lot of reasons I could honestly have told you this dream. Now, maybe I wanted to teach you something about life, or perhaps I wanted to warn you. You know, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Not even from me, you know, because even I can be a despicable liar sometimes. And that's probably what I wanted to say. Yeah. So just don't believe me anymore, because I'm a fucking weirdo. Look at the way I'm dressed, or not dressed. I'm dressed actually pretty normal, but look at the way. Just look at me. Look at me, long and hard. You know, those are my favorite words, you know, long and hard. I say those words quite often. I'm not, like, I mean, it depends on the situation in which I would say it more than not. But in honesty, like, every time I say long and hard, I feel like someone hears me and they're like, yeah, Ricky, I agree with that. Long and hard. So I decided to take my, like, the kind of like, I don't know, almost like life advice. I just think to myself, like, so long as you're long and hard, like 90% of the time, you'll be happy in life. You know, happiness isn't about love or the people you're with. It's about being long and hard all the time. Not some of the time. You see, some of the time, that's some pansy ass shit. I'm talking all the time. Oh, god damn it. I fucked it up. I fucked it up, Susan. Oh yeah. Hopefully I can fix that later on. But yeah, like I said, just right there, you know, long and hard. That's a pretty good way to live life. You know, honestly, if you are living life long and hard, then what are you doing with your life? Like, there's no such thing as living a life that isn't long and hard. It's all about it's all about long and hard. You see, okay, let me try to explain this the best way I can. You see, if you're not living it long and hard, that means you're living it short and soft. And what person wants to live with it short and soft? All right, we're at 90 lines right now. And 90 lines is when things really start to pick up. Because I eventually can't actually move this, like, the Tetris faster than the lines come down. They actually are faster than my possible motion. And so because of that, it's a little bit spooky, because I might not get to 100... Gah! Please like and subscribe.